Hey there guys, it's Tim, and I want to bring you a little bit of a different message than what I typically put here on my channel today. And this message goes out specifically to other Beachbody coaches, in particular those who have been in this business for a little while, maybe a few years or longer, and you just haven't built the business to the level that you've wanted to yet. It's not that you haven't put in the effort, and it's not that you haven't, really wanted to make this happen, and it's not that you haven't invested in yourself and your business or done any personal development or done your workouts. You've done the activities, but you just haven't seen the return that you've wanted to see. And you've watched year after year as these new coaches join the business and go to the top right off the bat, and you're like, how do they do that? It's not like I'm just sitting around being lazy here. Why am I not achieving that sort of success? And I want to share the message with you today that you have the ability, just like any of them, to be a top coach. You have the ability to be just as big of an influence, just as big of a motivator, and be able to touch people's lives in the same way that any of the top coaches do. You have that ability in you right now, okay? So you're wondering, well, so why am I not seeing the results? Why am I not attracting people to me the way these other coaches are? And I want to share with you a little bit of a story and a little bit, not a little bit, a big wake-up moment that I've had really recently. Now, I've been a coach myself for 6 years, okay? And I'm in the same boat as you, that I have not built my business to the level that I've wanted. I've been saying all along that I've wanted to make this into a full-time income, that I want to make Beachbody Coaching, what I do as my primary source of income. I want to be one of those top coaches on the stage. I can't deny that. But every year I've come back and I've had varying levels of success. I've certainly had my ups in this business. I've been able to qualify for a Success Club trip. I got a free ticket to Disney World, got to work out with Sean T at Epcot Center. That was an awesome experience. But I've also had my downs, doing consistent activities. I didn't invest myself in enough of being able to build a team of people. I got good at bringing people into challenge groups and selling challenge packs and helping people get results, even getting coaches on my team. But I wasn't able to empower them with the right information and a good enough structure to be able to become successful coaches themselves. And so my team hasn't grown the way that I wanted, and I wound up doing more and more work for less and less money over time because I wasn't growing my network and I wasn't building my team well enough. And so I've had a lot of periods of frustration of wondering, is this for me? Is putting enough of my blood, sweat, and tears into something and not getting the sort of return that I'm used to seeing from other endeavors that I've done in my life, is this really meant to be? Is it supposed to be this hard? And the epiphany I came to is a little bit what I just shared with you, is that I'm not investing myself enough in making myself an excellent coach, okay? None of us, nobody, not even the people who start off gangbusters in this business, were born coaches. They didn't have all of the details. They didn't have all of the 7-day and 30-day challenge group things put together already in their heads before they became coaches. They didn't know how to inspire people right off the get-go. They had to learn these things as they went along. Did some people have, some of the elements put together before they jumped in and a good supportive system? Yes. But it still came down to what they did with it. And it still came down to them investing in themselves and them becoming themselves. It doesn't matter who their mentor, their upline was, and how much great information they did. It's what they did with it that made them into those top coaches. And this is where the epiphany that I had really came into focus. As I just mentioned, I have recognized that there's things that I haven't done for my business that have stalled me out and that have made me do more work on administrative things and things that, were draining my energy, that weren't building my business in the way that I wanted to, that really got me burned out. But it came really into focus recently when I was looking for another full-time job, because as I'm still building this business, obviously we still need a source of income. And for the last 5 years, I've been working in the automotive industry in a job that requires me to travel a lot. And at first this was fun. I got to go to different cities and, I got to talk about cars. This was like, in some ways, there was some dream job aspects to this for me because I've always been a big car enthusiast, and this was the first time I had really gotten a chance to work with cars in this manner. So it was great. But over the past couple of years, the amount of travel has been draining. My wife and I got married just a few years ago, and the time away from her, the time away from home, it was getting to really wear on me. And going from city to city, sometimes you just want to be home. You don't want to be living out of a suitcase all the time. I'm sure there's some of you out there who travel for work who can understand what I'm saying here. And so I started looking for full-time jobs in the automotive industry where I could stay put, where I could stay home. I could be home every night. That way I could at least get myself off the road, and then, I could figure out a new routine and be able to build my business from there. Now, as I did this, I applied myself 100% to this activity. I went onto LinkedIn, I changed my profile around, I started, I got a premium membership, I started sending out, message requests to recruiters of all different sorts of companies. I was following companies, I was doing all this stuff to try to get a job, a full-time job in the automotive industry. And I even had a number of interviews, I even had several job offers, which was awesome. It was a great validation of what I believed about myself. I knew I was very passionate about cars, and that any interview I went into, that I was going to stand out amongst the rest. I was super confident about that every time I went into a job. But as I was getting some of these job offers, a lot of them were offering me less money than I currently make. On top of that, they were going to require me to work more hours than I currently make, or than I currently work. And I was starting to realize, it's like, I'm doing all this work so that I can get a job that still won't enable me to get by, at best get by. It won't enable me to get ahead in any way. It's going to require more of my time. I'll have less time to work on my business, less time to spend with my wife and my friends, and have free time. And it's going to be more of a step back, because my ultimate goal is not to become like an automotive executive, or for my whole life to follow that plan. I want to be involved with cars, but I was starting to really see, it's like the amount of effort I put into this and the confidence that I brought to it were because I was very confident of my abilities in this. And I realized, it's like, if I'm going to put my efforts, this much energy into something, why would I do it for something that's actually going to be a step back for me as far as where I'm going in my career? And I realized with Beachbody, I have the opportunity to do so much more than what I could ever do in the automotive industry. And on top of that, the only reason that I haven't invested myself and I haven't been confident to be the mentor and the leader that I need to be for other coaches coming onto my team or other people in my challenge groups is because I haven't taken enough time to make myself super confident by investing in learning more about nutrition, learning more about all the little facets that I can help each of my challengers get the results they're looking for with their specific set of circumstances and limitations and struggles that they're currently going through. I haven't invested myself enough in the time to become confident as a coach that I know when somebody comes onto my team that I'm going to be able to show them the steps, to take them through the 7-day quick start, get them into a Coach Basics group, get them trained, know that stuff inside and out. That was why I was so confident going into every single car job that I went into, because I knew that stuff. I could talk passionately about it because I knew it inside and out. There was no question in my mind. And that is the only thing that's holding me back from becoming a top coach as a Beachbody coach. I know I have incredible value to give to people. I know I have something very unique that people are looking for. It doesn't matter who is attracted to the top coaches. Certain people are going to be attracted to my style, and that's what I want to tell you guys today. You can be a top Beachbody coach because not only are you unique, you've heard that a million times, but you have the ability to become a top coach because you can make yourself into whatever you want to be. You can train yourself on the things that you need to do to become a top coach. With any other job, if you want to become better at your job, you want a promotion, you've got to learn new skills, right? You've got to become better at the skills that you already have so that you can become promoted to the next level up. It works no differently with this business. There are certain things that we have to do, and they're the same for every coach. So why not become an expert at those things? Give yourself that confidence, because once you become an expert, once you learn those things that you need to be able to help people with, then you become super confident by default. You start to own the fact that, hey, I am a great coach. The only reason you're not owning it right now is because you haven't made yourself an expert at those things, because you haven't tapped into your power, because you haven't given yourself the credit that you are an amazing motivator, that you are an amazing coach, that you have the ability to influence so many lives out there. And there's actually a lot of people right now waiting specifically for you to get on the ball, to invest in yourself in the ways that you need to become the best version of yourself so that you can lead these people. There are so many people that are waiting for your help right now. I want you to know that. You have to know that. And you have to look at this business from a standpoint that it is a foregone conclusion that you will reach the level of success that you want. You have to go into every day of activities thinking that. And that is where my big mind switch happened. Because before I always hoped, I hope it happens, I hope I can get there, sort of thing. Well, when you take that mindset into your activities every day, guess what? Maybe things will work out and maybe they won't. You make sure they're going to work out. You make confident, you know inside and out that this thing is going to work for you. You put that belief system in there and you write it down and you do whatever you need to do. Journal it out every single day, invest in it, put it into your meditations, do whatever it takes to get yourself to that level of confidence so that you have no excuses weighing you down. Because the excuses only hold weight for us when we haven't invested ourselves enough in the things that we're uncomfortable with and that we don't know quite yet. It's the only reason that we are not confident about anything that we do. So just dig yourself into it a little bit deeper. Make yourself more knowledgeable. Make yourself more valuable. If you don't feel you have value right now, make yourself more valuable. You already have the value. You just have to keep investing in yourself so that you can be that person that attracts the sort of coaches that you want, attracts the sort of customers you want, so that you can really help the people out that you're looking to help and become what you're supposed to be. So that's my message today, guys. I got a little passionate there. I just kicked the camera. I hope that resonated with you. I'm still on my journey. I'm sharing this before I've become a top coach. I haven't achieved anything larger than an emerald up to this point, but I know now with this new mindset, this is the only thing that's been holding me back. I know that I can become a top coach and that I can go up in rank and that I can be that sort of inspiring figure that I've been looking to be. Because it's already inside me, and it's already inside of you. So if you have comments or questions, if this helped you out, please leave a comment below. And if you're not a Beachbody coach yet, and you happen to come across this video and you're still watching this, and this inspired you in some way and you've been looking into it, I'd love to talk to you about joining my team because I am excited about the prospects of what we can do for people with this business. I'm excited about what this business can do for you and your life and your family's lifestyle, the free time, the additional money, everything that it can provide for you, the fulfillment of helping others. So if you're interested in learning a bit more about coaching, there's a link down below in the description box. It'll take you to my coaching information page. You're welcome to check it out there and get in touch with me. Let's talk. Let's see if this might be a fit for you. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time.